chills. My Jordan code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah.
All right, Coach, it is a cold night in western Pennsylvania as we bring you inside Heinz Field here in Pittsburgh. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Let's go now. 10-2 stop.
Throwing on first down. Quinn gets this out to Saquon Barkley. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now Saquon Barkley, a man who played collegiately here in the Keystone State. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Hey, high 7.
Looking to throw. Quinn, and he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down.
On the set.
Check 55 to line. Yeah. You don't want none. Watch the safety creep.
General West. Hey, Charlie. 5.
From the gun, Quinn. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. Put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put him on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. Second and 9 now. He's going to look deep down the field. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Tyler Lockett, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh.
Get that ball, team. Let's
DeAndre Washington, his first carry. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Washington now out of the gun. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Greystone travel.
On 3rd down, here's Washington. They find some open field here. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That good for 19 and a first down.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, Delta.
They'll look to throw here. Complete to Washington. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on 1st down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
X3, 218, chopper.
49, check 49, check 49. Hey, alert 3.
Hey, wahoo. Deep grip.
Back to throw here. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Yes.
Motion.
Sit.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positive.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Extra point put through by Boswell, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Exit, on the ball.
A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Ready, 18 Gator. Watch the slap, watch the slap. Hey, Haywood. 55, not 55. Now.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position.
You draw quarter.
Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6.
Let's go. 60 Pittsburgh. 50 to Mike. 50 to Mike. I got you. I got you. Bravo. Hey, check my 50. Mike is a 50. Check my 50. Time to go. Night, night. 80 weapon. Hit it.
On 2nd down now, it's Howard. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Hey, Zoo. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. We got 3. We got 3, fellas. We got 3.
He'll look to throw. He finds his target, Fuller. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down.
On the ready.
They're going to need some therapy after this. 1st and 10 at the 20.
Get it.
They get just 2 out of it there, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now 3rd down is looming, a pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
So no problems at all on that one. And you know there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
Their own 25-yard line.
Set,
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Second and 2. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
We own it. We own it. Watch the eye. Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, echo. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Now.
Looking to throw on second down. Quinn. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
Hey, Sam off. Go, go. He's coming,
Throwing on 3rd and long. Quinn. It's caught. Block it. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll run for it with Barkley. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Back to throw. Quinn. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Push him back. Push him back. Hey, Mike's 7. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Watch the speed.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to launch it for 1 into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. Steps away to his left. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play.
Hey, Charlie.
2nd and 5. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
You ready?
Check 55, Mike. Check 99. Check 99.
Clear. 5.
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Colts are going to jump back in front. This time, the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll look to throw. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They run from the shotgun with Washington. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now back to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
What you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy?
Hey, Orbit.
Here we go.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. He lets it fly for Lockett. And And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick.
We got this.
The Steelers take over.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. A quick throw out wide to Fuller. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 34-yard line.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here?
Yeah, anything. Change it up because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you get back to what you wanted to do before.
And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Ready.
53 is the mic. Hey, man, watch the boot, watch the boot.
Shady weapon. Snap.
They'll set up to throw. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 17-yard line. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
And here he'll get it down to the set.
Here comes the boom! I see you, boy! I see
10
you!
more yards. complete to James Washington. 10 yards on the pickup.
So not quite a first and goal just yet as they come up now second and inches.
Bang, 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 bang. Kill, 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 kill.
Running it, Washington. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. They'll set up a throw. This is caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
Tight is right. What's tight? Tight is right. Hey, hey, hey. We got 3. Big grip. Big grip.
Trying to pound it in with Washington. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. They were trying to get it to DeAndre Washington, but now it's 3rd and goal. They come out here in the eye. This Colts D up to the challenge so far, but they need another stop here on 3rd and goal. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. It's the fullback. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers have once again taken the lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. He lets it fall. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Well, interceptions have been a problem in this one. If he could have gotten his feet down here, it would have been another.
Would have been a huge one. They've had a great game taking the ball away. Thought they had another one, just unable to get those cleats in bounds.
Hey, Delta. It's out of time.
From the gun on 3rd down. Quinn. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. A nice 1st down pickup on a gain of 6.
Mike, 55. Right there. Recon, 152 fighter. Hey, Alpha. Snap.
On 1st down, Quinn. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5. At their 40.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
You don't see me in your
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
70, Indy. 6-6, bullet high. Hey, wahoo!
Looking to throw. Quinn. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And at the end of it, he's stripped. Ball comes loose. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
It's not often that we see big plays end in disaster, and we just absolutely saw it right there. They had something really big cooking on that one.
Can you, when you're down near the goal line like that on a big play, do you get maybe a little too careless, a little too desperate for the goal line?
I think the last part is exactly right. You get desperate for the goal line, and sometimes you get the ball out ahead, away from your body, or you're trying to extend to get there, or maybe you're just trying so hard that the ball will come out of your hands. In any event, that's a big opportunity lost.
They'll begin the drive with Howard. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. 2nd and 13. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. 23 yards the pickup there. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They needed a yard. They got it. First down. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Washington. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now the 2nd down throw on target. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. They run with Washington. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped.
Don't get nervous. Check 50, check 50. What?
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Flush to his right, and he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
I got 11. I got 61. Matchbox.
A handoff for Washington. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
A gain of 1 brings up third down and 9.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
Hey, Mike 50, Mike 50.
Looking to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Boswell's kick is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game. Well, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it down to the punch in the end zone without turning it over.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range, and guess what? They've got a shot.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 33. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10.
50 seconds, not here. Last 50 seconds.
He's back to throw. It's complete to Lockett. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Let's go. 10-2, sir. Hey, do. Hey. 57, Mike 57. I want that. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Ready?
They'll look to throw. Ebron caught left side. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
He'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Second and goal from inside the 5.
No. Check 26, check 26. Hey, let's go.
Now Saquon Barkley, and he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. Back to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
the board. Weak. Smooth. Check up.
955. Hey, eat. I got it.
And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
Hey, foxtrot.
55's my guy, 55. Don't let him breathe.
X3, 218, chop it. Hey, high 7.
Hatchet. Back 55.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And he's going to come up short. The two-point conversion attempt does not work, and as a result, it's going to cost him the ball game. So we're back to a one-point game now as the kickoff comes. This is taken at his 4. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for Pittsburgh, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, the loss will drop them to 6-2 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
always think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you